Hey, what's going on? It's Romeo, and it's Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed the show. What do we talk about today? Bringing your single friend around your husband, your whole friend. Divorced women versus never married women, and going topless. We're going to get into it all today. I'm going to sound like such a jackass when I tell you this story, but I got to tell you this story because I've become, it's just so pretentious and entitled that I ruined my whole day yesterday. I'm still bothered by it right now. I'm still bothered and can't get over it. But you know when something happens in your day, I mean, don't get me wrong. People have real problems. You're driving to work, your car breaks down, you don't know how you're going to fix it, your AC goes out, you don't know what you're going to do, maybe medical issues. I mean, people have real problems, and I get it. But, this is so stupid, but it just ruined my whole day. I broke my 7-iron playing golf yesterday. 7-iron just snapped. Head of the 7-iron just snapped right off the shaft. And I was on the, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was on the 5th hole when I snapped it. I just left the golf course. And it literally ruined my whole day. I'm still mad about it. I'm still bothered by it. I still don't know what I'm going to do because my 7-iron broke. And I just I'm still not over it. Now I got to go. I think I got to go buy some new golf clubs because it's bothering me that if I get it fixed or put a new shaft in, it's not going to be the original shaft that was in that goes along with all the rest of my golf clubs. And now I'm just, what's the stupidest thing that just ruined your day? I mean, I'm going on 2 days of it being ruined because all I'm thinking about is I broke my 7-iron. I mean, the toughest thing you go through is the toughest thing you go through. And I understand it's stupid. I'm not that naive to think that everybody doesn't have real problems, but I don't care. We all have our own problems. But what is the stupidest thing that just ruins your day? All right, 84254-7. Now I got to go buy a whole new set of golf clubs. And golf clubs ain't cheap. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I was telling you how, what a jackass I sound when I say this, but yesterday I broke my 7-iron and was out playing golf. I was only on the 5th hole and I just left. It ruined my whole day. I'm still bummed about it because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably have to go buy a whole new set of clubs because, it is what it is. But, I mean, stupid things ruin your day. I mean, there are real problems out there. I get it. But to be honest with you, I don't give a damn. You know what? I have real problems sometimes, and I have, like this person just texted, third world problems, boo-hoo. Well, hey, you know what? You should be happy if your life only consists of third world problems, okay? That you should be okay with that. I'm okay with that. I have friends that have third world problems far beyond mine because, but I get it. But I have real problems too, okay? So I don't care. Ruin my day. That's why when I said, what kind of dumb things ruin your day? Things that aren't really problems. It happens. You know what? So now I got to figure out what I got to do. A third world problem's still a problem in my life. All right, 84254-7. Yo, Rome, I get what you're saying. I own a small company with about 12 employees. The secretary gets there first. If the coffee's not made when I show up, it kind of ruins my day. But I mean, there are things that ruin your day. Third world problems are third world problems. I broke my 7-iron. What am I going to do? I'm still bothered by it right now. All right, 84254-7. So what kind of dumb things ruin your day? They just do. It just happens, okay? There's some days I'll be driving. I love Torres Catering over there in front of Lowe's. And there are some days that I'll just be wanting a chili verde burrito, and I'll be driving home after the show and go, I'm going to stop and get me some. And they won't be there because they got a catering job or something like that. Messes up my day. It just does. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, about the golf clubs.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
What's that?
Auction them off for charity. write them off on taxes, and go buy yourself some new ones, and just enjoy going shopping for something that you love.
Those things are expensive. They're like $1,000.
I know, but if you auction them off for charity, you could write some of it off on your taxes.
Okay. All right.
At least I made you laugh.
That did make me laugh. That was fun. I know. I'm glad you made me laugh about it because I'm still bothered by it right now.
That sucks. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Yeah, they're expensive. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, man, you got anything that ruins your day? RD4254-7-7. So I was talking about ruining my day. What ruins your day? What, not really. I'm not talking about serious, you call up and your mom's in the hospital type ruining your day. I'm talking about just something stupid that just, like yesterday, I was playing golf and I broke my 7-iron. And I'm bothered by it. I'm still bothered by it. It ruined my whole day. I left the golf course after 5 holes because I broke it. And I don't know what I'm going to do. If I got to buy some new golf clubs now, and it's like $1,000. That's rough. That's not, I don't just have $1,000 to throw around, but, ruined my whole day. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. But I mean, things like that happen. Things ruin your day. Dumb things ruin your day. All right, 84254-7-7. Yo, Romeo, just getting up in the morning to go to work ruins my day, but listening to you on my way to work always makes my day go better. What? That's awfully nice of you to say that. I really appreciate that. But I will say this, me listening to me talk right now is not making my day better. I'm still bothered by the fact that I'm still bothered by that fact. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right. 84254-7-7. So what ruins your day? What, you get up in the morning, something happens to you, and it just kind of messes up the whole day. You know what's messed up, though? This is what's messed up about that. I know people that nothing ruins their day. They're just so happy about their lives and excited with everything that even when negative stuff happens to them, even the stupidest of things happen to them, never ruins their day. But for some reason, breaking my 7-iron yesterday just put me in a bad mood, in a funk. I was just bummed. Still bummed about it. I don't know what I'm going to do, RD4254-7-7. Yo, Romeo, let me tell you what ruined my day yesterday. So the night before, Romeo, my wife made some enchiladas, rice and beans, and I couldn't wait to get home after work to eat some leftovers, throw some eggs on top, and just have a nice meal. By the time I got home, the kids had eaten all the leftovers. Rome just messed up my whole evening. Well, that's another thing. Yeah, I can see that. You got some at the house. Maybe you made some ribs or some steaks, or you got some sort of leftovers that you're ready to eat at the house, and you get home and it's all gone. Yep. That could ruin your evening. That could ruin your day. So what ruins your day? It doesn't have to be anything too serious, but we all have bad days. Like I said yesterday, I broke my 7-iron playing golf, and it just ruined my day. It really did just mess up my whole day. And now I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to buy a new golf set or what I'm going to do, or if I can even afford all that. And I don't even know, right? But it just ruined my day. RD4254-7-7. I'm still kind of bothered by it right now. I guess that's why I'm having a conversation about it right now, because a lot of you have bad days too. What got you there? RD4254-7-7. Rome, you're just embarrassing to be talking about something so stupid as breaking a golf club. You should be embarrassed for yourself. No, I'm not embarrassed. I tell you guys all the time. I've been very open about the fact that my life is great. I have very few worries in my life. I have a great job. I've been doing it a long time. I don't work as much as you guys do, and I have a great life. I tell you that all the time. And I play a lot of golf. So that is my, that's what I do. That's my life. I'm sorry if my problems right now is me breaking my golf clubs as opposed to whatever you're going on, but I'm not going to feel sorry about it. I don't wish it upon anybody, but I tell you all the time, So get over it. I know guys that go fishing all the time, break a fishing pole and it bothers them. Doesn't ruin their day because they got about 10,000 fishing poles, but hey, it happens. Already 4254-7-7, Rome. Being micromanaged at work when you can do your job in your sleep. That ruined your day, huh? Already 4254-7-7. Like I said, man, what happened? What's the last time your day got ruined? What happened? We're talking about, what ruins your day? Is there anything out there, whether it be big or small, just messes up? When's the last time it happened to you? Alrighty, 4254-7-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? See how you, man?
What up, Lou?
What's up, Rome? Just here to tell you, if you want to know what ruins my day,
What's that?
whenever I have to go to Bakersfield for anything, the traffic is horrible, the parking is horrible, the people are horrible, Rome, man. There's no better place than Wasco, man. All those new freeways and highways and overpasses, man.
Oh, Lou, that's hilarious.
I hate it, bro.
That is insane. You're ridiculous.
Hey, it's the truth, bro.
I'm not going to argue with you. I can't argue with something that ruins your day. When you can drive around Wasco and get everywhere in 3 minutes, and you got to come to Bakersfield, and I'm not going to disagree with you.
It's like everything's 15 minutes away, man. Like, really? Ah, damn.
Everybody has a perspective, and their perspective is not necessarily wrong when it comes to what drives you crazy if you don't have to deal with it.
Literally drives me crazy, bro.
You're an idiot. All right, Lou. You're funny.
All right,
Later. I mean, I can't argue with him because you're right. There are things that will ruin your day. They're just things that bother you, that just, you wish they wouldn't happen, whether they're big or small. Already 4254-7-7. For me, I broke a golf club. And now I'm working on my second bad day because it happened yesterday, and I'm still bummed about it. I still don't know what I'm going to do. What's even worse about it is I live in Bakersfield, and I can't even go buy new golf clubs because Dick's is the only place to go to get golf clubs, and they're way too expensive. So now I got to figure out, and I don't trust the internet, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's talk about Vegas. Let's talk about trips, right? A lot of people go on trips. A friend of mine just went to Vegas. They just happened to go to Vegas. But couples go on trips, right? You go on trips with friends, couples, and you guys hang out. Well, this one to Vegas, my buddy and his wife, I think there was 2 or 3 other couples that went with them. And the wife decides to bring her single hoe friend. In what world makes you think that that's a good idea? To bring the single hoe friend. What do you think is going to happen? And exactly what you think is going to happen happened. Because the hoe friend, she's single. What does she care? She's single. She's out having a good time, right? Dressing all sloppy at the pool party, hanging out, showing her, Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen when all the other husbands and boyfriends, all the other dudes in a couple are looking at her? Yeah. Who do you blame? You can't blame the single hoe friend because she's just living her life. She didn't do anything wrong. She's just living her life. You got to bring the wife who brought her, right? Already 4254-7-7. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you right now. When you go on a trip with couples, everybody's got to be a couple. You don't bring the single hoe friend. And whoever brings the single hoe friend is the one that you have to blame when somebody's relationship starts, when somebody starts an argument in their relationship. Now, look, when you go on a couples getaway, right, with other couples, you don't ever bring the single hoe friend, all right? Or you don't ever bring a single friend. What the hell is wrong with you people? So it happened over the weekend, especially Vegas. My boy and his wife, they go with a few other couples to Vegas. And my buddy's wife brings a single friend. Now, it's not the single friend's fault, right? They go to the pool party. She takes off her top, shows everybody. It's not her fault. She's young. She's single. She's got no man attached to her. She or anybody telling her what she can or can't do. But some of the other guys might have looked a little too hard and caused some problems in their relationship. So, I mean, that's just taboo. It's just, and then my buddy just texted me, actually. He said his wife said it was his fault for his friends checking out the single friend's boobs when she showed her boobs, right, at the pool. How is that possible? You brought the friend. Whoever brings the single friend on a couple's weekend is the one to blame when it goes sideways. Okay? That's just bottom line. Alrighty, 4254777. Hey, Romeo, one time we went away with 3 couples. My wife bought her sister, who was kind of hoish. She ended up hooking up with one of the other guys, ended up ruining the marriage. They ended up getting divorced. See? That's why you never bring a single friend on a group of couples weekend. So it's funny, my buddy and his wife, they went on a little couples getaway with some friends of theirs, all couples, right? And the wife decided to bring a single friend that actually is attractive to my buddy's other friends. That's what they're into, this type of single friend. Yeah, it caused little problems. Yeah. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's going on?
It's Deidre.
Deidre, what's up?
Man, what is wrong with these chicks?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what, Deidre? I'm going to tell you what I think was going on. I think my buddy's wife don't like his friend's girls, so she brought a single girl to try to get them separated.
And it backfired on her ass. What is wrong with these women? You don't bring no single nobody nowhere, and I don't care how confident you is in yourself. That girl's single, and you got all these men around here with their women, and the single girl was with probably too. Oh yeah, I can show your my too. How about that? Dumbass. Dumbass.
You know what's funny, Deidre, is it the single girl just happened to have the body type like that these boys like, right? But not her husband. Apparently her husband don't like that body type, but his buddies do. So yeah, something was going on there.
Yeah. she stepped in her own pile. You don't do that.
All right, Deidre. Thanks for calling.
Have a good day, Romeo.
Oh, Deidre keeps it real, man. She don't play. RD4254777. I'm just saying, man, if you're going on a trip with couples, couples, you don't bring no single woman. That all that's gonna do is cause problems. RD4254777 is you send me here. Hey, Rome, all my friends are hot and they're all in relationships. Sometimes you can't even bring your man around them. Exactly. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, Romeo. So you're going to bring her, you're going to know. Oh, wow. Okay, so my thing is, if you're going to look, I'm going to look too.
Sure, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, there's nothing. I don't think that there's anything wrong bringing your single friend because no matter what, there's going to be hoes everywhere.
Yeah, but it's different. It's you're.
But they knew. All them guys knew that the friend was a hoe.
Well, no, we don't. I didn't say she was a hoe. I was just joking about being a single hoe friend. That's just
a joke. Every girl that's single, especially if they're further on age, is a hoe.
But she did pull her top out at the pool. I'm going
to tell you something. I'm very secure in my relationship with my guy.
Sure.
We have a friend who's single, and she pulls her tits out all the time. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care because I know at the end of the day, guess what I'm going home with.
Let me ask you this question, though. And this was the point that was made to me from my buddy. The single friend has a body type that his buddies are into. Now,
my friend does too.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. So I don't mind because my friend she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, she's beautiful. Show your body, girl. I don't care. But like I said, at the end of the day, I know who my man's going home to.
Well, let me ask you this then. Okay. If you bring her somewhere and he brings his friend and his wife, whose fault is it that the husband acts wrong? Yours or your man's for bringing the girl?
Neither of us. Dude, get your eyes to yourself. Motherfucker, you should know how you are. Come on, calm yourself a little bit. You know how you are. Every guy stares. Every woman stares, but we stare a good way that you ain't never gonna find out we looking.
I can't roll with you on that. I gotta blame the woman for bringing the single hoe friend.
Oh, no. The guy needs to watch his own self. It's nobody's fault. Just watch yourself.
Okay.
Hey, if they're beautiful, you gotta look though.
I'm not arguing about that. All I'm saying is if you going on a couples weekend and it's all couples, you can't bring the single hoe friend.
Probably not.
Because you know she's going to cause problems.
Oh, I've seen, nobody's ever seen Why Did I Get Married?
But look, I'm not even going to blame the single hoe friend because she's single. She can do whatever she wants. She's living her life. But you don't got to bring. That's like saying, "Hey, we're going to go to the strip club, or we're going to go to the bunny ranch, but I'm not going to touch anything." And then you do. Oops. I mean, come on, man. You got no business being there in the first place.
Exactly, but I don't know. That's like no matter what. There's going to be girls everywhere that are hoes, and they're going to lick, and there's going to be a problem. I say this is my thing. And I've seen it plenty of times because when I was married, me and my husband went to Vegas. We had a time and did not have fun. So obviously there's other people there. People were staring. I'm not a jealous type. I don't care. You can look. It doesn't matter. Just don't be touching.
Okay.
But all right. At the end of the day, like I said, if you know who you're going home with, be secure with it. Be secure with it.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay. All right. Thanks for calling.
Just know how you have your trips. I don't think couples should go on trips together. I think no matter what, at one point, they're going to argue about something stupid. And that goes their vacation.
All right. Thanks for calling. All right. What were we talking about here? We're talking about a buddy of mine. Couples going on. A lot of you guys go on weekends, vacation with couples, right? Kind of a normal practice. A lot of you guys do it. Hey, let's get together. We're going to go out, go away for the weekend, hang out as couples. If you're going to go away as couples, you can't bring no single person, especially a single woman. A single man, probably a little bit different because, it's not the same, but a single woman. And then at the pool party, the single woman pulls out her boobs, and now all of a sudden the other husbands are in trouble. My boy's in trouble because his wife, why are your friends doing that? Why are your friends looking at her? Well, why'd you bring the single broad who's going to pull out her boobs? That's your friend. You don't do that. RD4254-7-7, yo, Rome. It's 100% the wife's fault. One thing, why does a wife have a hot friend like that? My wife makes sure all her friends are ugly, so there's nothing for me to look at. Well, okay. I'm not going to blame her for having a hot friend. I'm going to blame her for taking him on a couple's weekend and then trying to get mad at somebody else because she took down her top and everybody else stared. That's only you to blame. Hey, Rome, sounds like your buddy's wife has insecurity problems. You have to know, it wasn't my buddy she was mad about. It was his friends. The single woman caused issues between his friends and their relationship, not between the wife and the husband. They started arguing. So that's where it was my buddy's fault, not the wife's fault for bringing the single friend. Alrighty, 4254-7-7. I'm just saying, bottom line is, if you going on a weekend getaway with couples, you don't bring a single friend. That's just a dumb idea. Nothing good comes out of it. It's Romeo. It's out of 4.1. Hey, Romeo, that just doesn't happen for weekend getaways. Me and my wife have a lot of friends that we go away with as couples. But on Sunday, I had a barbecue at the house for the soccer game. Now, mind you, my friends and I are all workers, welders, work in the oil fields. We make good money. And I told my wife not to invite her single friend. All my boys, all our friends, our coworkers are married. But yet she still invited this single friend, Rome. This girl showed up in a thong Mexican bikini. and one of my coworkers got in an argument with his wife because he looked a little too hard at her. Now, whose fault is that, Rome? That's your wife's fault for bringing that woman. Now, how was everybody else dressed? I'm guessing you must have had a pool party barbecue and watched the game. Probably got a TV outside. But who? That's your friend's fault. I mean, that's your wife's fault. It's your wife's fault for inviting the hoe to the couple's gathering. All right? Because everybody knows a hoe don't care. The hoe do not care how married you are. Your hoe don't care how close they are to your wife or the other women. No respect for the other women whatsoever. Yeah, the hoe don't care. So yeah, no, that's your wife's fault. Absolutely. What would you send me here? Hey, Rome, my wife's best friend from high school, she's the hoe in our group. Most of us are married, but she's the one that's always trying to get the attention, always dressing really provocatively. She's the one that's always causing issues in the group because she acts like a hoe every time she's with us. And it causes problems because the guys be looking. I don't be looking, Rome, but the guys be like, yeah, I'm sure you don't be looking. All right. She's probably real flirtatious with everybody. But I mean, come on, man. You guys gotta be better than that. A hoe's job is to get a man, whether it's your man or somebody else's man. She don't care. That's her job. That's what she's supposed to be doing. Showing off everything, getting that attention. That's what hoes do. All right? That's their job. You just got to rise above it. And it is your wife's fault, by the way. I don't know why you women... he said, and also, Rome, my wife always defends her hoe friend, saying that's just who she is. Yeah, that's just who she is till she takes your man. Then what do you do? Then who is she? But I mean, I'll never understand why women defend their hoish friends. I'll never, why married women will stand behind their hoe friends. I mean, it just blame everybody else but her. Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, to be fair, that's her job. Her job is to get a man, regardless of single or not. That's a hoe's job. Yo, Rome, my wife is way smarter than all these other wives. She made sure all her friends are ugly, and it wouldn't matter if they were flirtatious because nobody is taking a look at them. These wives need to step up their friend game. Well, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you got to do what's best. But I mean, it happens a lot. There's a lot of women out there that have, those hoe friends, and they want, I don't know why, but it's detrimental to relationships. Hoes are detrimental to relationships. They just are. Unfortunately, stop bringing them around your friends that are married. Stop being around your husband if you don't want trouble. It's your fault for bringing that friend around. RD42547. Hey, Romeo, I'm a married woman. You were talking about hoe friends. I got 2 of them who are single. You have to keep them around, though, just in case your marriage doesn't work out and you got to get back out there. You need that hoe friend. That seems a little narcissistic, doesn't it? You're going to keep the hoe around just in case your marriage doesn't work out? The hoe might be the reason your marriage doesn't work out. You ever think of that? What did you send me here? Hey, Rome, men and women do the same thing. If they see something they're attracted to, they're going to look or say something. When I was younger, I worked at Walmart, and this woman who was in a relationship with this guy, she was nerdy Caucasian woman, and the guy was a tall, nerdy Caucasian man who had a stomach on him. She was with another employee, and she seen a buff African-American guy, and she said out loud she would let him do anything he wants to her. So don't go blaming the guy for looking at the friend. she knew what type of friend she had before she brought her woman not loyal either. Wow, that was a hell of a story. But I think what you're saying is don't blame the guys. Well, that's a very good question. And I agree with you. Although you said you were at a Walmart. I don't know how that has anything to do. I mean, obviously you were in public. So nobody brought the nerdy Caucasian didn't bring the African American guy as his friend to meet his girl, right? Because that's kind of what we're saying here, right? And I think that's what you're saying. It's just kind of a long way to get there. Yeah, it's whoever brings the hoe around is the one to blame. That's just the rule of thumb. You know, if you women bring your hoish friend around and she's over here doing hoish activities in front of your man and everybody else's husband, they should all blame you. You never should have brought her around, okay? She has no reason to be there. Hey, Rome, I was hoping you can help me out with something. I know you're not talking about this right now, but I'm a 43-year-old guy, single, never been married, got a good job, house, car, everything. I've been dating this 45-year-old, kind of like me, single, never been married, no kids, just works, got her own place. I think it's a good match. Although recently I met this 45-year-old divorced woman who lives in my neighborhood. Her and her husband split up, so we've been talking, seeing each other at the mailbox. And it seems like she's into me. And I was just curious, Rome, what do you think I should do? Short answer, if you have a shot, go out and get you the 45-year-old divorced woman. Because, well, first of all, why... I guess the big question is, if you're already seeing one woman, why is this other woman appealing to you? And I will tell you this, why she's appealing to you. Because she's better than the woman you got right now, okay? And a 45-year-old woman who's single, never been married, no kids, there's something wrong with her as it pertains to relationships. Some men do not want her for some reason, okay? Even if her reason is she don't need a man. But if you've been dating her, obviously she wants a man, okay? So that's a red flag. A woman over 40 who's never been married, no kids, isn't in a long-term relationship is a red flag. Compared to a 45-year-old woman who's divorced. She is the much bigger, better catch, so to speak. She's got experience. She knows what she wants. Obviously, it could have been him for the divorce and not her. He could have been the problem. She may not have been the problem. They know and they have a little more understanding when it comes to dealing with men because they've been married. So they get it. There's a little give and take there. They understand, okay? A 45-year-old single woman only does what she wants. She doesn't have to listen to nobody else. So when you do something, she'll just tell you it's your fault. So if you're asking my opinion, go out with the 45-year-old divorced woman because she's the one she's just going to be better than a 45-year-old single woman who's never been married, never had kids, never had any responsibility or accountability to a relationship. That's the other thing. The divorced woman knows what it's like to have an accountability to a relationship. So yeah, I guess that wasn't the short answer, but go with the divorcee. All right, 842-5477. So Rome, I was telling a guy just asked me about dating advice. He was asking me, I guess he has an option between, two women, same age. One's never been in a relationship or never been married, no kids. The other one's divorced. And he was asking me, for some reason, he was asking me which one he should choose, and you should always choose the divorcee. I didn't even ask if the divorcee had kids, but it really doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, you should always choose. If you have a choice between a single woman, between two single women, one's never been married, one's never been in a long-term relationship, so to speak. Even if you're comparing, not even long-term relationship, but even if you're comparing marriage, one who's been divorced and one who hasn't, yeah, you should always choose the divorcee. That one is always going to be better because for some reason, if you're 45, and they were both 45, he said, if you're 45, yeah, you're the problem. You're the problem with relationships. I'm not saying you're not the problem with life. I'm not saying that you can't. You might be very successful in your life financially and can do it all on your own, but relationships you're not good at. That's just fact. At least the divorcee would have taken their shot, is able to get a man to marry her. And maybe it's his fault they're divorced. Maybe she's a great woman and she's got more experience. She's got more accountability. She just has a lot more to offer than the single woman who's never been married. I'm just saying if you're comparing a single woman to a divorced woman at the same age, okay? RD425477 Rome, I'm going to have to disagree with you because those divorced women can be more complicated because they know what they want and maybe they're the reason that the marriage didn't work out because of them, not because of him. This guy could be just getting with another woman who's looking for a guy to take care of him. Oh, take care of her. Looking for someone else to take care of her as opposed to the single woman you said who has her own stuff going on and he doesn't need to take care of her. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying about the taking care of part because what you're talking about is the financial part of it. Now, I don't know. Maybe the divorced woman is looking for another guy to financially support her. But, okay, you're a man. You can do it. I'm talking about the mental side of it, the attitude side of it, the accountability side of it. The financial stuff can all be worked out. That's easy. Money's not the problem. Money shouldn't be the problem in your relationship. If you're out there looking for a woman, and we're just going to compare the two that he's looking at right now, 45-year-old single woman who he says does have her own job and everything. She really doesn't need a man financially, which is fine. A 45-year-old divorced woman who we don't know. Does she need a man financially? We don't know. We don't know why she's divorced. I'm just talking about the relationship itself outside of the financial aspect of it is going to be better with the 45-year-old divorcee. Okay? Because she's been around the block a few more times. She knows how to be in a relationship, whether it be good or bad. She knows that there's an accountability to somebody else when you're in a relationship. A single woman who has her, and I'm just going to give the single woman the benefit of the doubt and say she's got a career and she's just doesn't need anything from nobody if she doesn't want it. She doesn't know how to be accountable to a relationship. That's a red flag, especially at that age. Now, if you're talking about 25, we have a different mentality. But at 45, she's not going to have an accountability to relate. It's her way and the highway. And if you don't do it her way, it's his fault. Okay? That's going to be her mentality. So no, so I get what you're saying about the finances, but finance is easy. You're a man. You can pay for it. Hey, Rome, you were talking about that guy choosing between a single woman who's never been married or a divorced woman. Look, let me tell you like this, Rome. I'm divorced, and my ex-wife is a pain in the ass. I wouldn't wish her on any dude. So don't tell that guy to go with the divorced woman. The single woman has less what? What is that word? Less baggage. The single woman has less baggage than a divorced woman. You think Well, you're going to have to tell me why you're divorced. A lot of you guys want to blame your wives, your ex-wives for your divorce, but it could have been you. I mean, I'm just curious about that, but I don't know. Maybe it was her fault. I'm not saying that all divorced women are better than single women, but I will say at a certain age, when you're dating women or trying to be in a relationship with women, divorced women are better than single women. Over 40, always go with the divorced woman. Because the single woman who's never been in a relationship over 40 has way more red flags than the divorced woman. Under 40, okay, we can have a different conversation. But he was talking about two women over 40, okay? RD4254-777, yo, Rome. The guy who texted you about the woman, what does he have to offer? I don't know. This guy was asking me a question. I guess he's trying to choose between a couple of different women. They're both around the same age, over 40. But one has never been in a relationship, never been married. And, well, I don't know if she's been in a relationship, just never been married, right? One of these career type women, I'm guessing. And the other one, he said, is a woman in his neighborhood who has recently gotten divorced. And he's asking me, apparently he's been dating the single woman. I mean, they're both single, but been dating the woman that's never been married. And he met, obviously, the neighbor, whoever she is. They've been talking for some time, I guess, and he's finding her a lot more interesting. So he's asking me about it. And I would always go with the divorced woman. Any time you're dating over the age of 40, go with the divorced woman. Because the main specific thing is that she knows what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. A woman who's never been married does not know what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. She knows what it's like to be accountable to herself and take care of herself, but she doesn't know what it's like to be accountable to a relationship. And that's the big deal. Basically, the divorcee, she got a lot more under her belt than the woman who's never been in that position. And yeah, RD4254-777 Rome. It all depends on what he really wants. If he wants to settle down, go with the divorced one, because more likely she wants to as well. If he wants a temporary fun, maybe go with the single one, because she doesn't want a man, and probably single by choice. Yeah, exactly. You're probably absolutely right about that. I would agree with that comment 100%. RD4254-777. A little earlier, a guy, he texted me. I guess he was having a dilemma between a couple of different women. He's been dating one. I guess they're both the same age, 44, 45, they said. He said they're both 45. One of them is, one of the, as he put it, one of these independent type women, has her own job, career, house, car, all that stuff. And they've been dating for a while. Apparently, he met a woman in his neighborhood who went through a divorce. So she's the divorced woman in the neighborhood. And they've been talking, and he says, he was asking me what I thought between the two. And I think you go with the divorced woman. I think he said he was 43, so he's probably looking to settle down. And I don't know that for sure, but he's probably looking to settle down. So I think what he should do is you go for the divorced woman, because she's the one that knows how to be accountable to somebody. She's the one that has the experience of being in a relationship a lot more in depth than a career-minded, woman who's never been married or doesn't have kids. Or that type of person has never had to be accountable to a relationship or anybody else, just themselves. So they tend to be a little more selfish, okay? That's just the way it is. RD4254-777. Hey, Romeo, how can you sit there and say that the woman who's never been married isn't accountable? She has a job and a career. She knows what accountability is. Yeah, well, but not to a person. That's different. That's different when it's just you and you don't have to listen to somebody else and care about their feelings or their wants or their needs or whatever it may be. A divorced woman has been through all that, so she knows that. Alrighty, 4254-777. Yo, Rome. Maybe the woman doesn't need a man, doesn't want a man, and that's by choice. Well, I get that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it being by choice. But obviously she's dating. The guy who texted said they've been dating, so obviously she wants a man for something. But just let's be honest. And if you can't be honest with this, ladies, then I can't have a conversation with you. Most women who say they're single by choice, they're just using that as a justification because they can't keep a relationship. Okay? You know, probably, and no, don't get me wrong, there are a percentage of women that are. But most women who say they're single by choice, it's because they can't keep a relationship. They just use that as a justification, okay? I mean, at least be honest with yourselves. I think we already gave those away. I don't think we have any more of those. I think when's the show, this weekend?
No, it's like in August, I think. August.
I know we gave some away already. We might have more as the show gets closer the week before the show, but no, we've given them away already. I don't know if we've given them all away or not, but I know we gave some away a month ago or whatever, whenever they went on sale. So,
okay.
All right.
What are you giving out today?
I just gave out some Magic Mountain tickets.
Okay, cool.
All right, man.
All right, man.
We may have more monster truck tickets. I have no idea. I don't know when the show is. To be honest with you guys, I don't really pay attention. I mean, they just they'll tell me what to give away, and I try to give it away. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I get caught up talking to you guys about stuff and I forget. But I remember giving away some monster truck tickets. There may be more, but just a rule of thumb for you guys, we usually give away tickets the week they go on sale and maybe the week before, depending on how everything's going. So, yeah, just kind of look at it like that. Already 42547-7. Speaking of tickets, last week we gave away tickets to not only Six Flags Magic Mountain and what's the water park up there? Hurricane Harbor. Is that the water park? Somebody was asking me about going. One of my buddies was taking his kids and his family up to, I don't know if it was Hurricane Harbor or the one in Fresno, but he asked me if I wanted to go. And I was like, no, I'm good. I couldn't even tell you the last time I've been to a water park, but I could only imagine. I can only imagine. I think the last time I actually went to a water park, I was probably a kid. And my grandma dropped me off. But yeah, there's too much going on at water parks today for me. All right. So, but I'm sure they're fun. I'm sure they're amazing. Already 42547-7. What did you send me here? Hey, Rome, I was listening to you earlier talking about the hoe friends. Now, my wife was with me, so I couldn't text you or call in. But I wanted to ask you a question. Last week, my wife, she works as a school teacher, so she's off for the summer right now. The other day, I came home early for lunch, and I saw her and her friend both laying topless in the backyard by the pool. Rome, do you think that's weird? Do you think that I should worry about something? My wife didn't tell me her friend was coming over. No. I'm guessing that the woman that was with your wife is her hoe friend, her single hoe friend. I'm guessing that's why you sent me that. You couldn't tell me earlier when we were talking about it because your wife was with you. I don't know. That's not weird. I mean, they're just tanning, right? Girls take their tops off. I have found over the years that women love to take their tops off. Anytime they can find an excuse to take their top off, they will. I mean, usually they blame alcohol in Mexico, but hey, it is what it is. But no, why would that be weird that your wife and her friend are laying by the pool topless? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's weird at all, man. There's no red flag there. She's just, now if they were bottomless too, we might have a different conversation, but nah, nothing to worry about, bro. What did you do, by the way? Did you just walk in? What did you do? Why don't you tell me that? How did you handle it? Oh, the guy, he came home. I guess the guy's wife, his wife's a school teacher, so she's on summer break. I guess he came home for lunch the other day, and he said her and her hoe friend were out there topless sunbathing. He didn't know if that was weird or not or something to think about. No, it's not. It's probably fairly normal, to be honest with you. Hey, Rome, he should have pulled up a chair, cracked open a cold one. Sure, that would have went over well with his wife, right? Hey, you have a Chiefs fan. He should have asked them if he can join as well. He likes taking his top off too. Well, what do you do? They're just two women sitting by a pool sunbathing, whatever. They like to they don't want tan lines, I guess. But women taking their tops off is fairly normal. All right, 84254-777 Rome. I'd worry more if the male neighbor was there rubbing suntan lotion on both of them. Some guy, he just texted. He was talking about earlier today, this morning, we were talking about, any of you married women out there who still have that single hoe friend, she's still out running the streets, and you bring her around your husband's, and then you get mad because she does hoish things, because she does her job around your husband's, and then all of a sudden it's her fault, or it's your husband's fault. No, it's your fault for bringing her around your husband's, okay? You should never do that. She's just doing her job, right? RD4254777. So a guy texted me and he was saying earlier he couldn't talk about it because his wife was with him. But he did wanted to ask me. He said his wife's a teacher, stays at home, or a teacher on vacation right now. And he came home for lunch one day, and I guess she was sitting there with her hoe friend, and they were both topless sunbathing. He didn't know if that was a red flag or not. No, it's not a red flag. I mean, they're just sunbathing. Women love to take off their tops, by the way. If it was socially acceptable, I can guarantee you half the women in Bakersfield would be walking around with their tops off. Any opportunity a woman gets a chance to show her boobs, she will. So, no, it's not a big deal. They're just sunbathing. Already 4254777. Hey, good morning, Romeo. Tell that guy he has to turn in his man card and he's no longer invited to the man caves or the barbecues. Why? Maybe he's a conservative guy. We don't know. Why you gotta put him out there like that? Already 4254777. Hey, Romeo. That's not weird. Let me tell you what is weird. As a father and a husband, my adult daughter, who has her own home, I came home one day and both her and her mother, my wife, were in the backyard doing the exact same thing, laying there topless sunbathing. Now that's a little weird, right? A mother-daughter laying there now I can see that being more weird than your wife and her friend sunbathing topless. The mother-daughter thing's a little weird. That's probably more weird, right? Already 4254777. Topless. A guy was texted and said he came home for lunch the other day and his wife was topless by the pool with her friend, and he didn't know if that was some sort of something he should worry about or not. Now, no, it's not. Women like to go topless, especially in the sun, okay? So it's no big deal. Already 4254777. Hey, Rome, I know you're a big golfer because we golf together. I don't want to tell you who this is, but the country club that we play at. What do you think about those girls on? You really want me to bring that up? Okay, so I do play golf with some guys who are members of country clubs. And what this guy's talking about is there's a couple of holes where the backyards of some of these houses where the pools are on the tee box. And the women will lay there in nearly nothing, if not topless, with guys just coming by. And it happens at least two of the country clubs I know of and one of the public golf courses I know of. And what do you want me to say about it? Women want attention. I mean, do you think there's really anything wrong with it? I mean, a lot of these women, and I don't want to stereotype, but there's a lot of women out there who have these husbands who make a lot of money, and don't pay attention to them, either because they're too busy or because they're sleeping with their side pieces. But whatever the case may be, they're not paying attention to their wives. And their wives want attention. So it just is what it is. What do you want me to tell you? Just keep your mouth shut. When you're on those tee boxes, take a look, say hi and wave, and keep it rolling. That's all you got to do. Okay? But yeah, there are. That's what I think. I think there's women out there whose husbands don't pay attention to them, and they're probably stay-at-home wives, and so they sit by their pool topless or half naked so that you guys can take a look, because they want the attention. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, those girls topless sunbathing around the golf course know exactly what they're doing. Attention seeking. On a side note, you ever need a fourth man for the golf at the country club, let me know. Well, I know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, everybody gets all shocked, but it is what it is. They need attention. They're not getting it from whoever is in that house or whoever they want it from. So whoever they want attention from, they're not getting it from. So it is what it is. It's no big deal. A lot of you guys, though, get shocked. I remember there's been quite a few times I've been with guys and we'll be playing golf and something will happen like that and they'll flip out. Oh, my God, did you see it? Like the first time they were a 12-year-old the first time they saw Playboy or the first time they saw boobs. They act like that. And you're like, that's just, it's normal. It's normal. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome, Raider Rob here. As of May, I've seen lots of customers when I'm on the roof. I see a lot. It's okay. Mind you, it's actually a treat, candy for my eyes, but don't look too long. And remember, I have a job to do. Oh, you're talking about seeing topless women. It is normal, just so you guys know. Seeing a topless woman by her pool in her backyard is normal. And she does not care. Okay, and she shouldn't care. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be shocked by it. All right. And if she's doing it, hey Rome, are you talking about? No, I'm not talking about Sundale Country Club. No, I've never seen that. No, I don't. I think as much as I played Sundale, I don't even think I've seen a pool. On all the holes, I don't even think I've seen a pool in a backyard. Isn't Sundale like the old folks community? Isn't that those houses like 55 or 65 and over? I don't even think I've seen a pool in the backyard, now that I think about it. Oh, no. On that backside, you're right. There's a couple of houses on that other side, on the back 9. But no, I've never seen anybody at Sundale. I do like playing Sundale, though. Sundale's a nice golf course. RD42547-7. Hey, you have a Chiefs fan. What if the topless ladies wave back, ask you to rub sunscreen on them? Well, that never happens, but they do wave back. They're not hiding it. The thing about it is they're not hiding it. They just want attention, okay? You wave at them, you look, and you move on. That's really all you do, okay? It's not some sort of OnlyFans or Pornhub situation where, at least not for me. I mean, maybe there's some better looking golfers out there, richer than me, and maybe they're hitting it, but that's not the situation, okay? They're just out there because their husbands aren't giving them enough attention. They like the guys looking and somebody, checking them out and appreciating, because their husbands aren't. That's really all it is. It's not a big deal. All right. Hey, Rome. Oh, you texted me here. Hey, Rome. I work in the service industry, which means I have to go out and service different things at people's homes. I don't want to tell you where I work, but you would not believe how many women I have seen half naked when I've gone out on a service call. They open the door naked. They just don't seem to mind. They act surprised, like they didn't know I was coming, but yet they still answer the door. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm sure that there's a lot of you guys who go out to, or a washing machine or delivery something. Anybody in a service industry, a plumber, anybody that rolls out to somebody's house, especially some woman who's a stay-at-home wife, maybe her husband doesn't give her enough attention, has no problem acting like she forgot to put her shirt on when she was vacuuming, or it is what it is, man, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that see it. Stop acting like you're 14-year-old kids who just found, your dad's hustler. It's the first time you ever seen boobs. It just is what it is. Alrighty, 425-477. Yo, Rome. Speaking of topless women, we were in Lake Havasu for the 4th of July weekend, and my wife, boobs were out more than they were in her bathing suit. And most of the women are like that out there. Well, because this is what you need to understand. 90% of women want to show their boobs. Why? I don't know. Because maybe it makes them feel free. Maybe they, gives them some sort of, I don't know. But you could walk around, if they have a justifiable explanation to show you their boobs, they will. Havasu, a justifiable explanation to show your boobs. What's the Mardi Gras? The most prudent, any woman that you think is the most prudish woman take her to Mardi Gras. She'll show her boobs. Women want to show you their boobs. They just do. They want to go topless and show you. It's exciting. It's innocently exciting. That's why. Because it's so innocent, but it's exciting for them. But they need a justifiable reason to lay in their backyard. By the pool is justifiable. Drinking, out night partying is justifiable. Havasu, Mardi Gras, Mexico, pick it. It's justifiable for them, so they will do it. We're talking about women being topless. I don't know. Some guy started it with, he came home and his wife was topless with her friend at the pool. Their pool, by the way, just sunbathing, which, okay, that's normal. And then guy said he took his wife to Lake Havasu and her top was off more than it was on. Well, that's what women want. Women like being topless, okay? It's very, I think what it is I think it's something so innocent for a woman to show her boobs, but it's exciting. It gives them a thrill. Some of them want it for attention, like the golf course women. Their husbands aren't paying attention to them, so they want the guys at the golf course to pay attention to them. It's just different reasons. But women love being topless. It just is what it is. Already 425-477. Hey, you renewed your man card and you're invited to the barbecue. You're bad, bro. What? For what? Why are you taking my man card? What did I do? I'm just telling you. Women love to be topless. And if your wife, your girlfriend, I can guarantee you, no matter how prudish you think she is, if there is a chance for her to justify her taking off her shirt publicly, she'll do it. But you just got to find the reason, okay? All right, I got to tell you, this has never happened to me before. This is creepy. So I was just a couple hours ago. It was about 3:30 in the morning, maybe 3-ish. And I was having this dream that I was in some sort of meeting. Like, I don't know if it was, anyway, I was having this dream that I was with all these people listening to somebody talk, and we were in rows of chairs, right? And I was messing around on my phone, and somebody was rubbing my back, like, massaging my back, kind of softly massaging, and I could literally feel it. Like I felt it. And it was a dream. So I woke up and I was like, oh my God, my back feels pretty good. It was pretty creepy. Like I don't know how to say it. Whatever was going on in my dream, I could feel in real life, I guess. Is that the way to put it? I mean, it's all real life, but I've never experienced anything like that before. Never. I mean, I've had some dreams that seemed real, right? You wake up, but nothing that actually had a sense to it, a sensory. How do you guys say? How would I say it? I don't know. It was kind of creepy. I mean, it wasn't scary because it wasn't anything scary in the dream. It was just a bunch of people. We were doing something. And for some reason, the person behind me was rubbing my back, and I could feel it. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I felt that like it was really happening to me. Not in my dream, but really happening to me. Does that anybody make sense? It's kind of creepy, huh? 94254-7-7. Yeah, it was weird. Oh, all right, Rome. There was this one time where I was asleep, but my girl was up, and she said at one point, I put my arm straight up in the air, pointing at something while I was asleep. She freaked out and went to bed. Also took video. It looked pretty freaky. Wow. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean, I think it's pretty common. People have had this happen to them where they feel like something's on top of them and they can't move. But a lot of you with that have told me the stories about that before. I think you said you were awake when it happened. If I can remember correctly, I remember specifically I was in a dream when it happened, and I wasn't afraid of it. I just thought it was kind of weird that I couldn't yell. And when I yelled, that's when I heard the yelling clearly in my ears, like I was yelling in my dream, but I heard it in reality. That was the weird part about it. Good morning, what's going on?
Big Rome, this is Big Boy.
Hey, what's going on, big boy?
Yeah, I just want to know what you're drinking, bro. I want some of that.
I wasn't drinking anything.
What did you switch up to? Because, man, I swear we drink the same thing at the bars.
Nothing. I wasn't drinking nothing. It was weird, man. It was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing.
Damn it, bro. Man, did you have a hard weekend? What's going on?
Nothing. I don't know what it was, to be honest with you. No idea. I didn't do anything.
Just making sure you're okay, you know?
Yeah.
Later, bro.
Later. Yo, Rome, you had sleep paralysis. I mean, I've heard about it. You guys have talked about that before. I mean, we've had conversations about, having dreams where you can't move, but I wasn't awake, I don't think. It was a crazy little dream, man. It was interesting to not be, what was funny was it wasn't the not being able to move part that freaked me out. It was and it didn't even freak me out. It was the not being able to yell. I was trying to say help, and I went, huh. It was that part that was kind of like, what's going on here? And that was the weird part to me, not the part that I couldn't move. Talking in your sleep. We'll get into talking in your sleep here in just a minute, because there was this story about this woman who beat up her girlfriend because she was talking in her sleep about her ex. But I had this weird dream where I was like, it was a crazy dream. It was like my grandmother was there, and she was like a person. I could see her popping in and out of doors and whenever. And then like my grandfather was holding me down, but it wasn't my grandfather. It was just some sort of entity or something. And I wasn't scared. I wasn't, there was just no stress or fear or nothing. But what happened was I couldn't move at one point. Then I thought, you know what, let me call for help just so someone will help me. And I kept saying, but in my mind, I'm trying to say help, but I can only get out. But the weird part about it was I was doing it in my dream, but it was almost like I can hear it in reality through my ears. And I'm like, hey, this is weird. And then I woke up and I was like, what was that all about? That was just weird. Good morning, Hop. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo? This is Raider Dave.
What up, Raider Dave?
Hey, I got a story about the sleeping.
Sure, what's up?
So, over the weekend, me and my girl were partying, just me and her drinking and having some Patron, some Modelos, and the next morning, the first thing she does when she wakes up, she tells me, babe, give me some ice. And I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, maybe she fell. Maybe I was too rough with her.
Okay.
And she's like, I said, why? What's wrong? What'd you do? She says, I was beating some ass in my dream. She got me, Romeo. I was all concerned, and she's like, and her hand did look like it was, red.
Oh my God!
I don't know how to explain that one. I was like, okay, well, here, put a can. I gave her some frozen stuff to put on her hand.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, it was weird though. But she said she was fighting in her dream, and she woke up and her knuckles were all red.
Typical Raider fan. All right.
Yeah. Good morning.
Later. So this whole sleep thing, right? I was screaming in my sleep or yelling in my sleep in my dream, and I think I was yelling outside. I think you could hear it. But my chick didn't wake me up, didn't do nothing. So maybe I was just, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. I don't know. Talking in your sleep. I remember the story of this girl got beat up or something for talking in her sleep about her ex or something like that. Talking in your sleep, though. Have you ever slept with somebody, been sleeping with somebody, and they started making noises or talking in their sleep? And don't you wake them up? Isn't that the first thing you should do? I mean, what do you do? Already 42547-7. Romeo happens to me all the time, so I'm used to it. I just turn around and go back to sleep. It's been happening since I was a teenager. Wow. Morning, Hot. What's going on?
Morning, Romeo. Raider Rob here.
What's going on, Raider Rob?
Hey, man, that's the same thing I be going through. But the thing is, though, the only reason why that happens to me is because I'm focused on something, I'm doing it, and then when I go to bed, I try to shut everything down, and I can't happen. And I notice too that when I overeat at night, I open up doors and passages, just all kinds of weird dreams, man. It's crazy.
See, now I have heard of people having anxiety when they overeat, but I've never, and I've heard people say that they can't move in their dreams, or they can't move and they wake up and they can't move, but I've never had that happen before. It was just weird.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple times, and I remember the reason for all that is because back then I was in a stressful relationship. You know, we was always punching each other in our sleep, supposedly.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy because we'd go to bed mad, and then we'd just we'd forget about everything, but then in our minds we were still mad. So I'd feel myself moving and jumping, jerking, getting choked, getting punched.
Ray Rob, you Raider fans even fight in your sleep?
I'm telling you, I'm fighting everybody. If it's not from exes, it's monsters, it's everything. Right?
That's awesome. I had this crazy dream where I was being held down and I was trying to scream for help, but it wasn't out of fear. It was just help, right? And instead of coming out as help, it was like, but I could hear myself saying it in the dream, but then it felt like I was hearing it in reality. If that makes any sense. And then I just woke up because I thought that was weird. Already 42547-7. What's going on?
Hello, Romeo?
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, I was calling you in regards to your dream.
Oh, yeah, what's going on?
So, I was remembering that, a couple years ago, I'm going to say 10 years ago, when me and my husband first, were together, and we had moved in together, he would have those dreams a lot where, he would talk about that he couldn't, wake up, that he was, not moving, and it would happen all the time. And I remember taking a course on the state of mind and the subconscious and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it talks about when you're about to sleep, there's different stages of how your body and mind shut off and stuff.
Okay.
And it talks about that when you're having really stressful days or there's a lot going on, your body is physically tired, but your mind is still going. So at some point when you're about to sleep, your body's out, but your mind is still going. So for reality and what's not real kind of get into they mix.
Yeah.
And that's how people start getting those dreams. When my husband was having those dreams, he was working at warehouses, where he was sad and he was always tired. So when he came home, he would knock out. But he would his mind was still going because he had so much things to do, and then the next day, and so I think that's what's going on. There's probably things going on in the mind, and then the body just I'm just out.
Gotcha. That would make some sense. I was exhausted that also, so maybe you're right. You might be right about that. All right. Hey, thanks for calling.
Okay. Well, have a good day.
You too. I was exhausted. Hey, Rome, sounds like you were getting a long time coming ass whooping from your grandparents. No, my grandparents would have never whooped my ass. I was the best grandchild ever. They loved me to death.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.